Okay, so we have ourselves a bit of a team game going on. Thank you very much to darthnox from the DoD clan for sending this one through. Basically, I've been on a team game hype, and there isn't that many high-level team games played on the ranked ladder, and I think we need to change that. We have started doing something where we kind of tell each other when we're queuing so we can get some high-level games going on, like the kind of 1500 plus team games, and it's been a lot of fun. But a lot of them are played in custom games. So if there's been a high-level custom game, team game, that's been a bit of a banger, send it through to me and I will watch it for sure. Love me some team games. But anyway, let's introduce these guys before we get going. So we've got Bachi from the DoD clan. He is, well, I think he's probably one of the best team game players there is. He plays a hell of a lot, and I've been on the receiving end of his beatdowns quite a few times. He is going to be the Odin in this one. Odin, not so much a 1v1 player, a 1v1 god. Currently, he just seems to be not so strong, but in team games, he's so strong. Very, very good. And so is Poseidon. SJO here, again from the DoD clan. Basically, they're all DoD, except for Kido, which we will get to in a minute. He's playing the Poseidon, so both aggressive gods so far. And darthnox, the Gaia, this might not seem aggressive, but I've seen darthnox play, and he basically only plays aggressive Gaia, or at least most of the time, the ones that I've seen. So I think this is going to be an aggressive trio on this bottom side, or on the right side, sorry. And on this left side, we have Apple, who I'm pretty sure someone confirmed it last time, but on Voobly, which was the way to play before Retold, the best way to play, well, in my opinion, he was the top of the team game ladder. He was a very, very strong player and has come back recently to show us what's up. And he's going Chronos, not going for a Chronos rush. Got a mana down. And his partner, one of his partners, is Kido, Severo. He has like 3 accounts. Bones is his other account. Yeah, ridiculously strong 1v1 player. Going into Tsukiyomi, bit of a sweaty tryhard right there. And Defiance from the DoD clan. I haven't played this guy in ages, but I went through a bit of time playing him in 1v1s, and he plays a mean Hades. Very defensive, very annoying. And I haven't played it for a while. Maybe I just queue at different times, or we queue at different times. But anyway, that is all the guys, and no one's gone up to the next age yet. Not even the Chronos. Looks like he is going for a respectable 4-minute advance time, so not going for a 3-minute craziness. And he is time shifting this somewhere. Where is it going? I mean, I can just be him and click on the temple. Here it is. And he is going straight after the Poseidon. Looks like the Kido Kitsune has seen this going on. He's going to deconstruct the temple of the Poseidon. Poseidon normally goes for a pretty fast advance time, so you want to be doing this one more often than not early on the Poseidon, so that's why he's doing that. Basically getting, how many villagers here? 6 villagers to put up this temple. Definitely wants it. Wants his, I'm assuming, Hermes out. Yeah, he wants his Centaur to come through and defend against the small rush that's going to come from Apple here. I don't expect this to be a full-on rush. You don't really want to do that at 4 minutes in. It's just to get your Prometheans or your robots on the front line. Then you're going to send the temple straight back, I imagine is probably going to be the case. He's also going after Poseidon, which is a bit of a strange choice considering he has Theseus and then Atalanta that can come through pretty quick. But it looks like the Theseus is out of position. I'm pretty sure he saw the temple though. But maybe saw it but didn't clock that it was there. But now the Theseus is in, these Prometheans don't do anything. Prometheans come back, but it's because he wanted to go for a second town center. So this is just a bait. And the Prometheans are just going to run around, going to distract the Centaur so that the Centaur Theseus can't put any pressure on his allies. It's like darthnox here. Is he going for a town center? I don't believe so. Sending his guys up to this side. What's he going for? Nothing for the time being. Does have enough resources for a town center though. There's a forest fire somewhere. Forest fire on this bottom side. The Valkyrie from Bachi is getting a little bit of damage done. No villagers down yet, I believe, as it's pretty much equal footing here. The Chongqi though might actually go down to a Hursa on this backside. There is a second Hursa to finish off the job. One Hursa for one big tiger. You want to favor the Hursa player there. Bachi's going to be very, very happy with that one. Defiance does get his TC. both Ravens here just to spot the TC, so that's why Bachi knows that he wants to go on the aggression. He's a very strong, aggressive player, so favors the Norse. Oh, looks like the units got a little bit confused, but they are back on. There's a very low HP one over here if he really wants to go for it. Defiance can sit inside his sentry tower, is going to go for that one, and the Odin will retreat. Odin probably wants a second Valkyrie out. Does he have enough favor? He's got so much favor. He's gone so much damage so far. Could get 2 Valkyries out even. Start to get those raids in. Get the healing in as well. Second town center grabbed for Apple. We haven't seen much of Kido yet. He is bringing in some units just to help defend Defiant. So he is the middle player. The middle player can do a couple of things, really. I mean, they can go for a big old boom themselves. But if both the edge players, it's got what is it? It's the pocket and the flank. Is that what they're called in this game also? But anyway, if the side players go for a boom, then you kind of want to do what Kido's doing here and get at least a handful of units out to help defend your side players that are actually going for a bit of a boom. Or you can do the opposite, and if they're not booming, you can just go for a big old 3 TC boom and come and help out in about 20 minutes time. But there's so much aggression going on here. The Valkyrie is still alive, but it is a bit of a... It's technically a 2v2, but there isn't really that many SJO units here. I mean, he's all the way over this side, so only has his starting units. His free centaur that's gone down, his Atalanta. Valkyrie number 2 is going to come in. There is some relic monkeys coming through, and it is a second town center from the guy on this top side. So the top side guys, the red and the pink, both just chilling, and now Kido's got a big number of units here. Doesn't have his upgrade yet. Can get the upgrade to make them stronger against cavalry, which is Sashimono Bannerman, which is very, very strong if you're facing the raiders, but there's not that many raiders yet, so maybe it's not the best to overcommit to it too soon. The relic monkeys come in and just distract the green units just for a little bit. And that is it. And now some herdmen are going to be in. I mean, this is a very open map. We are on Elysium, so the very fast Naginata riders can get some big value. Even Kitsune. The monkeys killed a villager? What a play. I mean, there is 6 of them. They do no damage, but if all 6 are on the same villager, he will eventually get it. Nice play. That's managed to get the villager. Didn't notice that one. And there is a pink... There we go. Pink Carnivora coming in. Looks like Apple is coming in with a cheeky raid. It's going to get a villager kill. That is not what darthnox wanted to see there. Also a nice hero eyes on the Mamilo. Oh, but still gets slurped up. So did manage to get 2 kills there. For some reason doesn't show up if it manages to slurp him. 2 kills for a villager. They're both on 2 TCs. Probably don't want to lose a citizen. But does manage to defend. Is going to be able to heal up the Oracle. And it means the Mamilo basically can't do anything. There's still just the aggression back and forth. So that the villager numbers are pretty much staying the same because both sides did match. 2 players went 2 TCs and 1 player for both sides is on the 1 TC. So just building heavy units. I mean, Bachi has secured this TC basically whenever he wants to grab it, whenever he feels like it. This is going to be his. I mean, it is very close to Green's base. It is actually Defiance's TC, I'm pretty sure. Maybe Bachi's feeling like he's overstepped. I mean, he does have a lot of raiders this side and could find a pretty big raid on Kido's villagers here. The issue is these earth walls, I mean, they can just drop down. All of the Kido villagers can run away and he should be fine there, but we'll see if he notices it. In team games, it's very hard to react to raids until you're alerted to them, just because there's so many colors everywhere. Looks like the villagers are going to pretty much all go down and use as a swampland for it. Swampland does get about 3 to 4 raiders there, which is not what you want, and loses the villagers on the 1 TC player is absolutely massive. Is losing some longhouses and some houses on this backside. So it isn't completely free, but I mean, he'll be very, very happy with that. Or also getting a huge raid off on this side from SJO, the Poseidon. Does have watchtowers though. Does he have Kren? Doesn't have Kren, but watchtowers is in. So does scare the Hippias away. Swamplands finishes, so no problem running over that. But the whole forward base is destroyed, which is why Bachi's score is so low compared to everybody else, just because he's lost so many so many buildings. On this top side, darthnox does manage to get through and gets his Hespridge tree. So the Dryads can come and help out. Just feel like he's a bit on an island here. Very, the furthest player away from this aggression down this side is very, very difficult to actually get over to do anything. Unless you have the horses, which potentially he could be going in to those right now. It looks like he is going for all the upgrades. Poseidon Secret makes them cheaper. This one makes them better. And the heavy cavalry. So it is going to be a Cantarius. So 2TC, fast heroic into Cantarius to match all the other horses that are on the map here. Defiance here, basically with a defending party. There's not much you can really do in the early stages for aggression with this slow Chinese army. The Chinese classical army is just, it's just so slow. You can't really get around and do anything. You want to be similar to darthnox here and go for a fast heroic if you want to put the pressure on, but it looks like he's just content with kind of defending. And could defend pretty well. He's put himself in a nice position. Nope. For some reason, I thought these were the teal units, but they're not. I was like, this is a pretty big surround. That's his friend. And Kido is going to try and come up here, get some damage done on the Bachi villagers. But, I mean, there's more than enough Hippias to deal with this. They are jostling around. Bachi does manage to pull back his villagers nicely. Unfortunately, the SJO units are running away, but it's because there is a lot of Cantarius in his face. So Kronos has gone for a very similar strategy. It's just, they're just not as strong as the Gaia Cantarius. He doesn't have access to Theia, so doesn't have the super strong Cantarius. In comes the Bachi Herdman, getting some damage done. Is also getting this back town center because he just completely lost the forward position. But if the Herdmen get on to the Cantarius, it is just lights out. How many of these Herdmen are there? What have we got? We got 1k damage, pretty much only on those horses. Pretty huge. There's a Shogun coming through. Looks like he's going to try and catch out these Hippias. Hippias, they're fast enough. They do have their Spirited Charge. It said 5.3, but that's because that one was actually being snared up. And darthnox still has a decent amount of non-horse units here, which the kind of slow army is coming over. It's a pretty big army here for the purple, teal, blue boys. And Apple is coming again with this raid. That's relentless coming over. Has he spotted that? It looks like darthnox spots it straight away. But what can he really do about it? That is the question. Is going to go for a big raid. Looks like there's a huge fight on this side, though. This is the second swampland to be dropped. Also, the 100 favor spent on that one, which it just kind of gets better because it's against higher value units. Big chaos as well. I mean, potentially big chaos. The colors are kind of getting confusing here, but the Hippias coming through on the backside, they are only medium Hippias, still in the classical age. It doesn't have those heavy units to deal with everything else. The Satyrs on the backside. How many Satyrs are we talking? We've got 5 Satyrs, 13 kills, 2,300 damage between them. And what can the pink blue boys do about this Satyr ball? So how many Hippias went down there also? So there's a fair amount. Only 12 Hippias left. It was a huge win for the guys on the red side. And you see Apple's score just probably got all the last hits there. Score goes through the roof. He's also Kronos, so I mean just Kronos things. And that Kronos eco in with those Valors. And somebody did hit the next stage. I think that was Defiance. Did get up to the next stage. Drop a Forest Protection whenever there is another place that gets aggressed on, which is going to be nice for his team. He can use it anywhere. Doesn't have to be on his own stuff. And Apple just going straight for it. There is a nice response from the Arcus, but the Arcus just aren't really that quick. So the Satyrs, yeah, they're just going to come in. They're going to use their special. They're going to run away. But if they can be snared up by these Hippias, that could be pretty huge. But the Hippias instead going after the Cantarius, get the confirmed kill rather than maybe chasing the Satyrs, and the Satyrs turn around and burn the Hippias. Probably makes sense. And so darthnox wants to get some return raids of his own. On this side, the blue and green coming up against each other. I mean, there's a lot of fire archers here. Even though these are counters, it's pretty scary to go up against this. Doesn't have the Freya upgrade. How much favor does he have? That's 98 favor, 1200 food as well. Interesting to not see the fast boys. The hell is that upgrade called? This one. Spirited Charge. No, the other one. What the hell is it called? Thundering Hooves, I say. That was going to kill me. Thundering Hooves. Because they make them go up to 6.6 speed, which is very, very strong. It's kind of the reason that you want to go this guy, to be honest. But maybe he wants to spend his favor on Ring Giver and transition into Jarls. I mean, he still affects the Jarls, so why not? And the Satyrs. The Satyr Ball just getting more and more kills, more and more damage in. They're still not being touched. Maybe some Hero Cantarius would be a good shout. It's quite expensive to make that happen, but you can get the tech from Oceanus to make it a little bit cheaper, and then just send a decent amount. There are going to be some Arcus coming in, though. They do outrange by 2, but again, they're just not that fast. Quite squishy as well. Well played by Apple there to stop that from happening. Brings back all his Satyrs, and they are the upgraded Satyrs because they got a nice leaves on their hair. Maybe they have leaves on their hair anyway, but they just look more shiny than normal. Another heroic age is Dionysus for SJO, so he will be able to get those heavy units in now, which is going to be nice for him. Get those heavy units, get the Prodromus. Probably worth getting a faster advance time, to be honest, to get the Prodromus in a little bit sooner against Mass Cantarius for Apple. Oceanus Tech only makes it for infantry? Oh, I thought it makes everything cheaper. That's wild. It's only infantry. It's only infantry. Well, I learned something today. I swear it was everything. So this is what I mean when people ask me to play Atlanteans and Chinese. I just apparently misremember things. It would be OP. I thought it was OP. This is why I'm like, why aren't these guys getting it? This bottom side, it's like Batch, he does want to put a stop to this settlement down here. Does have the Mountain Giant, but I'm keep pestering over on this side because I'm pretty sure there's going to be a big fight. There is now the Hero Cantarius. They're not cheaper, but they are absolutely massive. A nice bronze as well, just to surround these units, make sure that they can't just use their special and then be able to get out. Going to be pretty massive. There are some Hero Cantarius. I think there was a box formation there. No, there wasn't. So all the Satyrs going down. Absolutely massive. On this side, the Bowlay has Forest Protection on it, but there's a Mountain Giant there. The Mountain Giant can just sit on this Bowlay and should eventually take it out, as well as the Walking Woods. It might have been worth using that on the other side. Maybe there's not a really good spot to use it. But also using the Wave on this side. The Wave not doing the job, because it's actually countered. It's countered by his own Forest Protection. That's a wild interaction. It doesn't get pushed because he's snared up or stunned or whatever it's called in this game. And I don't know. The Wave on this side would have been massive, but maybe just doesn't know it. Bit of a chaos on this side. I think too many units for that chaos, but does distract for a little bit of time. And it's how many horses do you need? Yes, is the answer. All the horses coming in. The Prodromus, still only medium though. And Thundering Hooves coming through on this side. Move over to SJO's perspective. So he is getting that heavy in. Also bronze armor, bronze shields. More Prodromus coming in. And it should favor the Prodromus team, you would think, with just the sheer amount of horses there are. And there's just so many units going down from both sides. But there's so many more villagers for the pink and blue side. So, I mean, they'll just be able to repopulate a little bit better. It's going to be able to use the Implode from Apple on this bottom side to help Defiance push back. This is what we're talking about. You're using the God Powers where the player's not expecting it into Mash Qinglong against Norse. It's so hard to deal with. You do have Mr. Refill Bjornsson, but he's a bit slow. Does have the range to take these out. You kind of want to sit inside the hill fort, pop out, do a shot, then jump back. But that is Defiance grabbing his own third TC and should be able to push through Batchy eventually. I mean, just look at the score difference. Batchy got his second town center so much later because he was on the aggression early. So it looks like Defiance will be able to push through him at some point. But what can the boys on the top do? We do have a New Moon. What is New Moon getting? It's getting the bronze. Getting the bronze stuff. I was going to say maybe that's a little bit of a waste, but it's because he's going Okuninushi here, so he'll be able to get it for the iron as well. So he's thinking about the long game, which definitely makes sense. Be able to get iron for free, and then he gets his heavy for free just by fighting anyway. So basically he hasn't paid for any upgrades, which he definitely needs because he's still 1 TC. Still completely just 1. Nope, there is a second one. Ignore me. There was too many farms around it. Still 2 TC. Oh, these team games are hectic, man. Mass Cantarius on this top side. Apple, though, is in the Mythic Age. We saw his implode, so has the champion Cantarius. So even though the heavy Cantarius of Darthnox are a little bit better, the champion just kind of wins out on that. As well as if the Argus can get a good placement of that spit and everyone sits in it, it does a surprising amount of damage. And actually, Apple deciding to take this TC. Maybe Keto's told him to do it. Where are the yellow units? The yellow units all coming up here. And there's still a scrap down this bottom side. The Qinglong basically taking out all of... Nope, there are still 6. There are still 6 of these Goaties trying to go after the Qinglong. There is an Atlas coming through. It's you have advanced to Atlas, so it is the pink side. Can use it on this top side. Can use it to help out here, which is a great shout. Definitely worth it. Gets rid of those siege weapons. I think the Qinglong should be able to get away, but it wouldn't kill them off anyway. It only does 100 damage, so 80 damage. And kills off so many. Just a massive swing back on this bottom side, helping Bachi out. Should be able to push back with a bit of momentum if he's got some siege weapons out. He does have these portable rams. He's got 1. Whether or not that's enough to push through this fortified town center. And on this side, just an absolute swarm of Darthnox units. It looks like the score is just overtaken for the pink-blue side. And all the Hippias just coming through. How much damage do these have together? To swap to his perspective to see it. 9k damage for all of these Hippias. Absolutely massive. I love this thing, by the way. You can just see how much damage everything has done. And it's just going to be the raids onto the town centers. We don't see this as much than we did in the old game because the Atlanteans had weaker town centers in the original game for whatever reason. I don't know why, but they had weak town centers, so people would just go in there and raid them. But you can still do it with these big team games. And there is going to be a new moon, probably on the armory again. That's why we saw it earlier. So there is iron weapons. It also means he can use everything again. So we get another Swampland Shogun number 2 as well. I think the Hippias aren't aware that this is on there. Or they're just sacking it to take out the Shogun. Maybe that makes sense. Just keep going after the Shogun. Sack your units as long as this guy goes down is the play. And yes, that is it. It is use that. How many samurai spawn, though? There's quite a few samurai. Maybe not all of those spawned from that Shogun, though. And Defiance, he was still 3 TC, still had the big boom off. So unfortunately, Bachi couldn't push through with his bit of where the tides turned in his favor. Couldn't manage to push through his advantage. It was only an advantage for a short time because he is a little bit far behind. So he is going to need help at some point, and it looks like SJO is coming over to help him. The Earth Wall, though, look at this Earth Wall. It doesn't even have any upgrades. It has crenellations and copper weapons. That doesn't help it. It's so hard to take this thing out. You need siege weapons, really. The horses are just actually going to die to it. So tough. But this is the right idea. It's put some pressure on Defiance. And actually an Earthquake. That's huge. That should be able to take out the Earth Ball. Surely. It's not in the middle, but you would like to think it's actually going to take it out. It will eventually take out the Earth Wall. Nice play. All these villagers are going to go down. So many farms here. Just a whole 20 farms is probably going to be put a stop to here. And all of these Quafus chopping wood as well. The issue is, can Bachi hold? He does have watchtowers. He has a hill fort that didn't quite get finished. 2 seconds away is rough. But he is going to need some help. But Darthnox pushing on this top side. I mean, this top side is all pink. And I think Apple is basically gone. We've been concentrating so much on this bottom side that we didn't see that Apple has been just erased. How many villagers does he have? He's got 13 villagers. Building farms, getting resources sent to him. I'm sure that was what that noise was. Getting some military barracks down just to have some kind of presence. But in come the fire siphons on this top side. I mean, it's these guys. The Qinglongs, 6 of them. Are they going to come back to defend? Because SJO is here. So one of them is back here. trying to defend. I assume this crenellation's in for Defiance. So these watchtowers are going to be doing some serious damage to the horses. Do you have to watch out for that one? And Keto is putting a stop to this expansion from darthnox. I think he has so many town centers though. What's his population at? 285. Fortunately, couldn't manage to get that one. But Apple is going to get his own town center back, so it is still in this game. Same as Batchy's still in, but for how much longer? Is retreating all of his villagers. A nice snipe from Defiance. This is what you want to do. If you're attacking the base, you do want to send a couple of units just to get rid of the gatherers that are going to run to the top side. Probably set a village center up in this corner and stay in the game. You just want to get rid of them. Especially because Apple is basically in the same position on this top side. And I think darthnox is in a 2v1 at the moment. And he does have a lot of population, but there's some strong units here. Also getting the Yari Spearman in. A huge pickup. I think this is an underrated unit. Just because all of the other units for Japan are busted. But Yari Spearmen are good. Definitely worth it. The town center is probably going to be stopped here and is going to have to run away. Double fortress on this side. The villagers can retreat back very, very nicely. There's also some Hetyroi in. It's just a pure horse affair. It is going to be enough to push Defiance back. Well, what is this? We're going to sit on board with some of these. Can we watch as one of these? No. Oh, it's because I pressed the wrong button. It's not the best look. They just used their special on one dude, so they won't be able to get all of these. But if Defiance can get the big stun off, then the specials, it's just silly damage, to be honest. It is going to be pushing these teal units back. What's that noise? Is that just the... Wow, just the water coming through. All the water damage. That's like a Pokemon battle. And forces the ceasefire. I mean, I think darthnox will be happy about this ceasefire because he is in the 2v1 at this top side. Apple doesn't have much, but he's got full pop of whatever he's on. No, he doesn't. It's got no gold. I assume you just can't sell. You can sell for a little bit. It's not the worst rates. 24 is when it gets to dire country. So 37, it's worth selling a little bit. Looks like someone's given him some gold. So we'll be able to repop. He just can build Arcus and that's it. Or spend all that wood on some farms, potentially. But that is playing the slow game. You kind of want units right now to help out. But actually trying to come back on this bottom side. But who has anything that can deal with these? Their hero Arcus is a fine choice. The Polyphemus, I mean, he does a lot of damage, but he's so slow. The Atalanta can do something. I mean, it's just tough. It's very, very difficult to actually get that through. I mean, look at them. Look how much damage they do. What are we? 8k so far. Things. Also, all this front line too. Oof. How many? Looks like 2 did go down. There was 8 earlier. So the Atalanta, nope, she's just spawned. Looks like the heroes did do a little bit. And this top side is still a 2v1. The special attack damage doesn't work on this, really? It doesn't add to the damage counter? That's so weird. It's like that Carnivora earlier didn't count the kill with the special. Maybe it doesn't count the kills either. So just 9k without the special. He needs more noodles. He does need more noodles. Now, what's Batchy have? Does he have anything to help out? He still does have town centers. There's a second forest protection on this bottom side. And this is what we like to see. Five markets just to start this trade here and now. But the noodles are very good at stopping the trades. You do have to watch out for that one. I think SJO's kind of maybe overstepping a little bit here. Once you see the forest protection, this is it. you can't really go for that unless you're fully committing with everything. You can't run any units in. It's just a death sentence. And another 100 favors Swampland. There's the fourth Swampland. But it resets the favor cost of everything. How many units are actually going to get taken down here? It's like darthnox is just sitting in it. Just doesn't care. It's got 13 seconds left of it. I mean, he's Gaia. His eco should be in a fine spot. Doesn't have the most gold, but I'm sure he can be sent gold by his by SJO, his Poseidon with all the trade in the world. Does just sit in it, just survives it, and is in a fine spot on this top side. I think all of Apple's stuff has gone down. This is the issue with basically having nothing left and just building full army, is when the army's gone, that is it. But it has happened to both sides here. Although Batchy does have 2 town centers, so he can slowly kind of push out. He's got a decent army down here. Watchtower's set up. He's got his gatherers with some good upgrades too. What are we looking at here? Apparently can't press the button. He's got 52 gatherers, so he's in an okay spot. Now darthnox on this top side. I mean, he's got everything now. Takes another settlement. Could give that over to the Poseidon if he wants to, or just carry on pushing. But the Poseidon, I mean, the Poseidon units are ridiculously strong. It wouldn't be a bad option just to give him more Hitairoi. But also, I mean, it is just a 2v1 here. Maybe you just need as much as you can get. Basically, even the Fanatics coming through to deal with that. There's farms, fam everywhere. Now, the real question is, can Batchy defend this? Where are the Poseidon units? Well, there's some here. Move over to his perspective. Just doesn't have, just hasn't built them. Where's he planning to? I think he's just trying to spam out all the donkey caravan. Oh no, he does. He does have full units. I think he's full villagers, full donkey caravans. So he's got 160 population or 159 populations worth of villagers. So it just doesn't really have all the pop, but probably sending a lot of resources to his allies, considering he just barely has any resources left. A big chaos coming through. They do AoE damage. I'm sure they do AoE damage to each other within the chaos. And Apple says he's got nothing left. And the red, yellow, green team are going to be losing this one. I think Defiance had such a good opportunity on this bottom side. He just couldn't push through. It was well played to Batchy to actually defend that one. The Chinglocks are still going. Is there anything for any of the guys here that can take them out? Not really, but some Titan Gates will come through. It looks like Defiance is going to play this one out. So we'll fast forward. And there we go. A Team 2 victory. And a nice Titan Gate in the front to finish it off.